Okay, it's Zach again. I'm feeling better, thankfully, and I'm going to talk about some videos today. I'm going to make up some stuff, and I have the time and nobody's around, so thankfully I'm by myself to say something on camera finally. If you haven't noticed, maybe you have, that some of the fat has pretty much diminished, and it's going to be a continuous thing. I started working out about almost 2 months ago, and what this video will be about is talking about me physically, because just in case someone wants to know who I am, I'm not going to talk about me as my name, but I'm going to talk about physically things that could help somebody else. If you're a teenager, don't focus on the whole love thing, okay? When I was younger, I was about the age, maybe 16, 17, actually maybe it was 16, yeah. I started weightlifting a lot, more powerlifting, and I was going to competitions. Within my first year, I actually started getting third place medals, second place, and first place medals at competitions. Near my senior year, it was either first or second, almost every competition. And my improvement was quite drastic, because I would do every 2 days, so I'd get 1 day off, and then near my second and third year, I was doing just about every single day. This was Christmas, or even just say holidays to make it simpler. And so as I got onto my 5th year of this continuous thing, that's why I have these huge muscles and I look like I'm still big, is because I did it for so long. I did it constantly. I didn't take any steroids, I didn't take any supplements, I didn't do any of that stuff. I felt more of, I'm just going to do it naturally, and I can tell you that a lot of people don't believe that when you say, well, you worked hard for 5 years, you should look like that guy over there. You're not going to look like that guy over there if he's cheating himself. But let's talk about you as the individual. You're supposed to focus on yourself. So if somebody over there maybe has been working out for 20 years or on steroids, you don't care about them. You care about your own improvements. So when competition comes around, or if you're just doing it for yourself to look better, you'll do better on your own performance. If you're worried about that person, you're not thinking about yourself. So that's one thing I should say. Now we'll go on to the story of what happened to me. I always saw it as, I'm going to do this and get really strong and get really great looking, and then I'm going to find the person that I'm going to love or like, and really you could go from person to person, and it's just, you may not find what you want, and then the person that you do like a lot, they just don't like you. This can be for multiple reasons. It might not just be the way you look, maybe the way you sound. They just don't like you as a person, they just like you as a friend, okay? That's a special girl talk. But what it is don't let yourself down. That's what happened to me. So after my 5 years of this strenuous working out, and I mean, it was well worth it, but after 5 years, I let it get to myself. The people that I did like, I should say females because I'm not gay, get that out of there. If anything, most of them would say, hey, it's off, or I'm not a predator or anything. It's just, I think it's of what I do. I like to play a lot of video games. I even want to be a game designer, and they're looking at me and saying, well, you know what, this guy plays too aggressive on video games. He has too much fun with video games. And other times they just don't want to get to know me well enough. They don't take the time to know who I am. So because of that, it's kind of like, well, basically I looked at it and said, well, in my mind, without thinking about it, I just wasn't good enough for anybody. That's what I was thinking. And I got depressed, and I let myself I'm just not kidding about this, within about 2 months, I would eat the ice cream containers, Breyer's brand, of course, and I would eat this, either 2 or 3 of them in a day. Now that's a heck of a lot of sugar, so within 2 months, or even less than that, gained well over 100 pounds. It wasn't that I was lazy, it was that I got extremely depressed. And it took a long time to fight off this depression. I had, of course, got back into weightlifting and running a lot and doing everything just to physically try to lose weight. But what would happen is I'd fall back into the same psychosis or whatever you want to call this, and it wasn't done right. So it took some time, and finally I can say, for anybody that does start to make the same mistake, just because someone doesn't like you, give it off. Worry about yourself first. You want to worry about your health, because you're only going to get older, and things are going to happen where you're going to get sick, and more often get more sick. So as I got tired of being fat, I guess you could say, even though at my weight, I'm not necessarily fat. I can do a lot of things with my weight because I'm still athletic, very athletic. But you want to stay in good health, lose the extra fat that you have too much of. Maybe 10% of body fat is okay. To find that out, you're going to have to do other things, but just mainly your weight. Figure out what you want and set a goal. And it doesn't have to be an impossible goal. It just has to be a goal that you can get to and then set another goal. My first goal was getting under 300 pounds, and when you get there, yes, I got there. So get happy, set a new goal. Well, let's go to 280. So set your goals, get back out of this depression state. Great. And don't let it ever happen again. That's all I got to say. Think about yourself first. Yourself is the most important. How do you protect your family if you're sick, if you're not in great health? How do you protect yourself? You don't want to go back to the hospital, do you? I've been in the hospital, and I can say it's no fun being sick, and it's no fun thinking that you're dying and not being a bitch about it or some sissy. But the truth is, some people, there could be a time in their life where they do feel like they're going to die because something happens. So this wasn't for me being fat. This is just me putting it out there because I'm not giving out too much information about myself. And no, again, I never took any steroids or anything to make me go to the hospital. I don't want people to think that. I do have pictures of me with big muscular arms and being very skinny, and my waist was literally this, freaking small. I was 170 pounds. Just people were like, how is that even possible? So I talk about too much things too many times. It's okay. I like to do it. So for you, don't get into that train of thought. Don't think, hey, if you're like me and you have that train of thought, well, hey, man, I want to be with someone. I want someone that cares for me. Take your time. Find someone that does care for you. Just because someone says, I don't like you, move on. There are plenty of people out there. It may not feel like it, but you have to fight yourself. You can't just let your mind wander and say, well, I'm done. For me, it was 5 years, too long, too hard, and give up. There's plenty of other people that are going to like you, just not only because of your physical body, but you have to have something that they want. It's just something that they're looking for. Okay, and that'll be out for this video. I hope you guys learned something from it if it does happen to you, but think about yourself first before anything when it comes to health. And then your family, of course, and whoever else after that, loved ones and stuff, but I guess you could say that's family. Out for now. Keep up the working out. If you are a person that trains hard for competitions, good job. Keep it up. Stay away from the illegal stuff, and what I mean by that is the steroids. You don't need that to make performance. You don't need that to get strong. You just need this. Peace.